This video is going to give a very brief introduction to pointers in C++. When a structure is created, space is made for it in memory, and the structure's address in memory is needed so that we can access that structure again. This is true for objects also, and other variables. So because we need that address in memory, then we'll need a variable to store the memory address. And this is called a pointer. So the following discussion is not only true for structures, but also for objects and other variables as well. So to create an instance of a structure, first we must declare the structure. And this particular example has got two fields within the struct, customer ID and num_seats. Don't forget the semicolon after the closing brace for the struct. Then we can use the struct by declaring a variable, b, which will set up in memory an area that will hold two integers, customer ID and num_seats. It will also set up a variable called b that will hold the address for the struct. Then we can do things like b.customerID. So the dot notation is used to access the field within the struct, and we can set it equal to 123. And then the next statement will set num_seats equal to 5. And then we're able to do things like output the value of the field, so 5 will be output. Now, if we want to use a pointer to the variable, we can do something like this. In this method m, which takes as a parameter a booking, what we're saying is that p1 is a pointer to a booking instance. What makes this a pointer is the asterisk. So by the time we get to calling method m, we have got the same scenario as before. And we can see that the pointer for the booking in method m is going to take the address of booking b. So we put the ampersand in front of b, which will give the address to be stored in the pointer p1. Then when we come to access the field within the struct using the pointer, we don't use the dot notation, but we use the >greater than sign, which is essentially the same thing. It's just saying that we're now going to set the num_seats field for the booking pointed at by p1 to the value 10. And then by the time we return here to where the method was called, num_seats has been updated so that when we output the value of num_seats in b, it will output the value 10 that was set by the method. And that's a brief introduction to how pointers are used in C++.